Hi, my name is Erlanda. Go watch my story at the Parker Daniel Show. God bless.
What's up, peoples? My name is Anthony Parker, coming to you one more time, live and direct from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, with another guest. I want to send a shout out to my co-hosts, Kim Daniels. That's right, Kim Daniels holding down the fort. What up, though? Today we're gonna go to the Lone Star state of Texas and speak to a lady by the name of Erlanda. I had to practice this name, y'all, and I hope I got it right. Is it right?
Yes, it's right.
Okay, cool. And she's gonna give us her story. But before we do that, I want to make sure you all subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, follow, like, comment, tell somebody, so we can constantly build these subscribers. So I appreciate the support thus far, as well as everything else. So without further ado, we're gonna bring you Erlanda, and she's gonna give us her story. Some of it is negative, some of it is positive, but it doesn't matter. It's still a good story, and I think that you all should listen, because we're not gonna just bring you all the goods, all the bads. We're gonna give you some in betweens, and I think this is a in betweenish story that's even on the more positive side. Erlanda, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How you doing? Welcome to the show. Briefly tell us a little history about your eye condition, and what it is and what have you, and when you contracted it and what have you.
Okay. Well, hi, first of all. And, okay, I was born blind. And the octave nerve is the one that's damaged. And that is the one that, that sends all the messages to your brain, about your eye. Well, and the doctors say it's called hypoplasia.
I think I've heard that before. Hypoplasia, you said?
Yes.
Okay, tell us.
And according to the doctors, I don't see at all.
Okay. And that was at birth?
Yes.
Okay. We also talked about some other things that had gone on in your life as well. Do you want to comment on that to let the people get a understanding of you?
Yes. I was born. I was born short, or what do you call it? Little.
Okay. What's the correct terminology for it? Is it height challenged or what have you? Is that a word?
No, I don't know. It has to do with your hormones.
Okay. What happened?
Well, okay. When I was little, a lot of people thought, oh, well, she can't see, that's why she's slow. I wasn't slow from my brain, but from my height, She's so, she's like, so then, she would tell the doctors, she's like, well, she can't grow. And they're like, oh, no, she'll grow. It's just in time. Well, then, when I was like about maybe 8, I'm assuming, I was like 8 years old, and a nurse from my school recommended a doctor for my mom in the place. We went, and my poor mom they got after my mom when my mom didn't know nothing,
Mm-hmm.
And according to the doctor, I was there, but I don't remember all the problems. I only remember one, but there were 5 problems with my hormones.
Okay.
And one of them that I still remember is, you see, each of us have like 5 lines in our hormones. One of the hormones did not develop.
Okay. And for those who have a lot of totally blind individuals, and as far as the height, do you want to tell them exactly what your height is, or is that you want to keep that a secret?
That's right. I'm 4'4".
Okay, 4'4". All right. That does. You still maintain your positiveness and continue as we move on in your life. How has the blindness affected you in terms of you being independent or dependent? And what were there any individuals in your family that had given you some support while you were dealing with this? Two-part question.
Uh, my family supported me. My mom especially. My mom was with me through it all the way. You know, well, she's the one when I had to go to another hospital far away, for more tests for the hormones. She's the one that went with me.
Okay.
And we had to go in the bus in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And she was alone. So she supported me through it all.
Okay.
And so as schooling as well, she supported me as well. She went to all the meetings. Even when I was going to college, she's the one that took me to the school. And when I started to go to university, she also took me to the university.
Thank God for Mom.
Yeah, thank God for Mom. And I got my associates.
Okay. And okay, that's great. Is that with social work?
Yeah, social work is. Yes.
Okay. Well, you had also told us a little briefly, if you can, tell us a story about your mom not really accepting the fact that you were totally blind. Can you just touch on that?
Yes, I can. When I was very young, well, as a baby, when I was 2 months old, because I was a sick baby. I was always sick, according to what I've heard. And when I was 2 months old, she had taken me to the doctor, and they had found a heart murmur. They thought. And they took me to the hospital, and they're like, well, she can't see. And my mom didn't really believe it. She's like, she's little. She's a baby. She's always asleep. So, she's not going to see,
Mm.
But she saw that as I was growing older, I wouldn't follow. When people would call, how a baby, they made, they look to where you're,
right,
calling,
Yeah.
They have eye contact.
Right.
I didn't have eye contact.
And what happened at that point, sweetie?
Excuse me?
What happened at that point? Did your mom, was she a little upset or getting anxious as to why you weren't making eye contact? What transpired next?
No, I guess that's when she started to notice, that, okay, well, she can't see, And then I went to preschool at the age of a year old.
Okay. So the school that you had gone to, was it a special type school? Tell us about that, and tell us the encounters that you had with the teacher who assisted you in learning what you needed to learn as a blind person.
It so happens that I went to a public school with a special needs room, and it's so weird. It's so weird that you said that, because a lot of people may not remember what happens when you're like a little kid,
Yes.
But I do. I don't remember the ages, but I do remember, more or less what happened. Like, I remember he was an awesome teacher, We did circle time, we did songs, we did a lot of life skills,
Okay.
He would teach us life skills, because he was also blind himself.
Oh, okay. All right. So
he was blind, yeah.
Did y'all learn mobility skills or any skills that were?
Well, when I was very little, no. I guess I did learn mobility skills and stuff like that.
Mm.
But that was when I was a little bit older. But I did have an awesome teacher that she was my Braille teacher, my VI teacher, since when I was 2 until I was 15. And she's the one that taught me more Braille.
Okay. All right. Well, speak on the because we did discuss a lot before in the interview. Speak on the technique that they use in order to sensitize your fingers. I think that was interesting.
Yeah, it was awesome, right?
Yeah.
So what they did is they ordered this material. It's like sandpaper. And, of course, it's not sandpaper. But it's like kind of like the texture of the sandpaper.
Yeah.
And what they would do is for me to rub my fingers on it, so that my fingers could get sensitive, Mm. And that's when, it was in the early 80s when this all happened.
So did it work out as far as you being able to be successful?
It did, but I think as I'm older, your hands don't get as sensitive as they used to.
I know that's right. Well, I'm a totally blind person. They didn't use that in schools that I had gone to, but I wonder how effective it would have been for me. I mean, I was successful in learning Braille, so that's new. I guess with new ages, new times come different means and techniques and what have you. So as you had gotten older and accepted the fact that you were blind, what were there any other things that you grasped onto that strengthened the fact that you were able to be independent? Were there anything that strengthened you to stay strong in your beliefs or your determination?
Oh, I can tell you that very easy. It was God.
Okay.
God is the one that gave me the strength. He's the one. If it weren't for God, if it weren't for God, there's a lot of stuff that we wouldn't have the strength for.
Okay.
And that's what happened. God was planted in me as a very young age. We didn't go to church all the time, but it was planted,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And, yeah.
So, your strength is in God, as you stated. What about, and I'm going to play the devil's advocate for those individuals who say, well, I'm a totally blind person, I don't want to hear that, blah, blah, blah. They may say, well, God was responsible for me being blind. What do you say to those individuals who because there are going to be those out there that are going to say, oh, I don't want to hear that. What do you say to those who feel that way?
It's so that you ask that question, because a lot of people ask this. I always say that, like, God, for real? Are you serious? Like, I'm blind. What are you talking about? Or I'm in a wheelchair. What are you talking about? It's not, it's the strength that comes from you, the faith that comes from you. Because if it weren't for God, you wouldn't be here alive,
That's true.
Yes, I have my ups and downs, just like everybody else, But if it weren't for, and a lot of people ask, well, where is he? I can't see him. I don't hear him. I don't feel him. But it's like when you buy a seed, and you're going to plant it.
Mm.
You don't know what kind of seed it is or how it's going to turn out.
Right.
You don't know if it's going to turn out as a potato, a tomato, like a corn, or, what I'm saying, right?
Right.
You don't know how it's going to turn out until it sprouts.
Right.
And once it sprouts, you're like, oh, it's a corn. Or it's a, that's how, of course, God's not a seed. But what I'm saying is, God is awesome. It says in the Bible that he was born, God made the whole world,
So the main thing is to just, you stay strong in whatever you believe in, and if it's working for you, that's your continuation, that's your strength. So I thoroughly understand and what have you. So with that being said, you say you have a associate's degree. What do you plan to do with the social work?
I want to be a social worker, but I want to help people because I love to help people. I love children. Children are, it's God first, but then children. I really, really do love children.
So do you plan to have some? Do you plan to have some kids in the future?
One day when God allows it.
Okay. I want to pause and say that I really like your positive attitude. I mean, regardless of what you've gone through, which is some really tough situations, it appears that you've kept the faith and kept the strength and the determination. So I'm very glad to have had the opportunity to speak with you. With that being said, are there any times, just if you can think of any times where you just really felt at your lowest point because maybe you were, you couldn't do this or couldn't do that because you were blind? And if it were, can you elaborate just briefly on it?
Yeah. A lot of the time, not a lot, some of the times I feel as if, if only I could go somewhere. You know, I wouldn't be like, oh, okay, Mom or whoever, can you take me here? Can you take me there? Can you take me? You know, I would just get, okay, let's go. I'm going.
Right.
But you know, I have to depend on people to take me. You know.
I understand
and,
that.
You know it. And but then I think about it. I'm like, well, I got a car or van or whatever. You know, and I would have to remember for the insurance, the gas, to fix the car, or it'll leave me in the middle of the highway, you know, or whatnot, you know. And I'm like, well, I'm better off alone without the car, you know, because you know. But a lot of the times I'm like, well, if only there was a way for me to go where I want to go, you know, or there's a way that I want to do something, you know.
So how active
But then
are
I
you,
think-
considering the fact that you have those thoughts? Are you very active in terms of getting out and doing things?
I try to. I do. I try to. I go places with my mom, you know, and places like that. But at times it's hard.
I understand that. I believe me. There are many times, and I wish I could just get up and move. But you have to make preparations.
Yeah.
As a visually impaired person,
Yeah.
as a person that has any other type of impairment, you have to sometimes make preparations in order to do things. And sometimes people aren't that helpful as they say that they are, you know, in terms of depending on them. So it's good that you have your mom. It's good that you have your associate's degree, because you're gonna be a social worker one day.
Yeah.
I just can feel it and what have you. But I want to say, while the music is queuing up, that I am so glad that I had the pleasure. I'm glad that I had the pleasure of speaking with you. Before I close, are there any few things that you want to add to what you just talked about?
Well, you know that it's, you know, you make the plans as you go along. You have to wait for God to help you do the plan. Like it says in Jeremiah 29:11, for I have the plans for you that I have for you, plans to prosper and for hope and for future, declares the Lord.
Wow. Well, I don't think I need to say any more, Orlando. That was very nicely put and whatnot. So, in closing, tell the people why they should support the Parker Daniel Show and why you feel that it's a show that you enjoy.
It's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of inspiration and there's a lot of positive. You know, there's a lot of positive, like, what's the word? Like, you know, I feel inspired at times, even though sometimes I'm listening to it and I fall asleep. But I do listen to all of it. Oh.
Okay, so you like the fact that there are inspirational videos and whatnot, right?
Yes.
Great. So with that being said, I want you all, my audience and Orlando's audience, because this show is not for me, it's for everyone, to continue to support, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can get updates on various types of stories, comment, and share, and tell a friend so that we can build this thing up and make it one. You know, I'm still Coach Ed Ogeron's word. One heartbeat, one team, one heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for tuning in, everyone, to the Parker Daniel Show. And I'm out.
Hi, this is Erlanda. Thank you for watching my show at the Parker Daniel Show. God bless you.